Hi, I'm Jordan Rubin, and over 15 years ago, I was diagnosed with multiple incurable illnesses. In a 2-year battle for my life, I described my situation as being trapped in a prison that was my own body. I didn't recognize who I saw in the mirror, and as I traveled about, which was rare, people weren't drawn to me. They were repulsed by me. I remember one day when everything changed. I felt led to take 8 steps from the bedroom that I spent most of my time in to my parents' closet, and I stood there in boxer shorts only, asking my mom to take my picture. She refused, didn't want to do it, saying that it broke her heart just to look at me. "Jordan, why do I have to take this picture?" she asked. "Why do you insist?" I looked my mother in the eyes and I said, "Mom, you need to take this picture because the world's not going to believe what God's about to do in my life." I didn't get well the next day or the next week or the next month. But a year later, I met a man in Southern California, the 70th medical expert that I would consult with, who told me, "Jordan, if you follow a health plan that dates back to the Bible, is proven through history, and confirmed by science, you can be well." I'd heard over and over again great promises by doctor after doctor, always leaving worse than when I came. But this time was different. Something resonated in my spirit, and I knew that I had to get in my wheelchair and travel 2,300 miles to live with a man that I'd never met, following principles that I was only about to learn. And in just one 40-day period, I went from death to life. But instead of getting my old life back as I always hoped for, wished for, and prayed for, I had a new life, a vision, a passion, and a mission to transform the health of this nation and world, one life at a time. During my 40-day health transformation, it was critical for me to consume healthy foods that was nourishing my body. And one such food was cultured dairy, known as kefir. And I would remember driving around in the motorhome where I would spend the night near the beach to breathe in ocean air with just a cooler with ice filled in it. I would have to drive to the health food store every other day to get these wonderful, healthy foods to nourish my body. One day as I walked up, I looked on the shelf and didn't find this raw kefir. I didn't find the raw cream or carrot juice. And I left in despair, knowing that these foods were bringing restoration to my health and I'd need 2 days till I could get them again. As I was driving around one night in my motorhome, I realized I had to park somewhere, so I might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I parked in the health food store parking lot, sure to be first in line for this cultured dairy product loaded with probiotics and nutrients. As I walked up, Matt the dairy guy had a smile on his face, kefir in his hands, that filled my cooler, and I went on my way. As I was leaving the health food store that day, I made 2 commitments. One, I'm not going to spend the rest of my life racing to health food stores, parking in parking lots, so that I could find these healthy foods for myself, my future family, and those that need them. I vowed that one day I would have a hand in growing and raising the world's healthiest foods so that I and others could benefit from them. I also made another commitment that I was going to help create a convenient way for people everywhere in the world to consume these raw living nutrients, no matter where they lived, no matter what health food stores were around them, or what means they had. Years later, I was able to fulfill both of those commitments. In my parents' friend's garage, I started a company called Garden of Life that would go on to become a whole food nutrition company in 67 countries, helping hundreds of thousands of people empower extraordinary health. And about a year and a half ago, I fulfilled a decade-long dream. I became a Beyond Organic farmer and rancher, where I am helping create the world's healthiest foods that haven't been consumed in thousands of years at a quality like you're going to see. Beyond Organic goes beyond anything you can imagine in quality, taste, and nutrients, cutting absolutely no corners, taking the resources God's given us and transforming them into nutrients that you and your family can consume. Beyond Organic aims to change your diet, change your life, and change your world. And I hope that you'll join me in this mission as we transform the health of this nation and world, one life at a time, together.